Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Cordant. We are back for some more Tyranny. We are in the Duskwatch Fort. In the previous episode we cleared out the entire thing because I was not able to be this solid snack that the game wanted me to be. We have spoken with Mr. Callias here, but it seems like we can only really free him or make the quest count as complete after opening the main gate for our Disfavoured friends. The supply routes outlining the map weave in and out of the disfigured terrain. It was once stalwart. Okay. I also think we have explored every corner of the fort here. So let's see what happens. The gate is sturdy and barred from the inside. Open. Yeah, I wonder if I would have had an easier time killing the enemies here by doing this. Yeah, I think that was probably the way to do it, because the quest even updates that way. So, yeah, we opened the front gate, we defeated Agathon and the other Unbroken, that happened before, but I guess the only stealth element we would have here would be to go and open the front gate and basically ignore the tougher fight over here with the captain, but we killed them all, so it's already completed. You have taken Dusk. Speak with Osmius, the prisoner pen. Okay. Callias! Osmius greets a former prisoner with open arms. Graven Ashe told us to seek you out. He shows you great favor. Barik? Callias squints up at your companion. I hardly recognize you under there. I would say you're a sight for sore eyes, but you're... well, you look terrible. You mean it doesn't always resemble a walking bucket of offal, feces and rust? Call me surprised. Thank you, Verse. Glad to see you in one piece, Callias. The soldier winces as he tries to stand up, or stand tall. I'm relieved to see my countrymen again, but give me a moment. I am still weak from my wounds. Ashe's protection has kept me alive, but these Unbroken can be relentless when they want something. He looks up. Glad to see you alive, soldier. I don't think I got your name earlier. I'll go for the lore option here. And salute. I am Cordon, Tunon's Fatebinder, Graven Ashe protects. Something in the soldier's mannerism changes. He turns to you with a look of respect. Indeed he does. Were it not for Ashe, I would not be alive today. What can I do for you? I'm afraid you find me in poorer condition than I would normally present myself. Who are you, soldier? Sometimes I click dialogue options and it doesn't register for some reason. I'm just a stone shield, but I was bound to serve Graven Ashe's daughter, Amelia. Nice. His voice falters. It was my pride to fight at her side, and my great shame when Stradius Herodin's forces overpowered and captured our unit. The old regent may be 10 times as stubborn as his people, but he lacks none of their might. Ashe's daughter survived the storms? Amelia didn't die on the field that day. We were both taken prisoner, but I was moved here and made to suffer. The edict hit shortly after, and I assume stymied any effort to recover us. So he's actually been here for a very long time. If Stradius isn't a fool, then he's keeping her alive as a hostage for some future negotiation ploy. By Kairos, this confirms everything my legion fought for. She survived capture. That means there's a chance. I have it from Ashe personally that he's felt a connection to his daughter. He frowns. In fact, it's grown stronger for some reason. You have your orders, Fatebinder. The general demands that we take Sentinel stand, recover Amelia, and put an end to these storms at last. The general's feelings aside, how can we be sure that Amelia is alive? How did the Unbroken intend to get inside Sentinel stand? Did you overhear them? I overheard a lot from my pen, even saw the Unbroken leader Matthias a few weeks past. Matthias had the others convinced that some old stalwart artifact would help resist Kairos' storms. He planned on using it to let Unbroken pass the wind wall and enter Sentinel stand. He frowns. Artifacts are a strange business, but the Unbroken dedicated enough resources to the task of finding one that I would take it to heart. Tell me about artifacts. Artifacts are items of great power. They could be anything, a cloak pin, a pair of shoes, a fancy comb. Many of them resemble ordinary objects you might carry or wear, but they can do remarkable things. Part of how the regions maintained their dynasty was by way of inheritance. Houses Stratus, Cinder, and Aspion amassed over the centuries a small trove of relics and guarded them fiercely down the generations. There's the magical sword, the Dauntless, whomever the lead regent was always wore a fancy helmet. Sorry, this English got me confused. There's the magical sword, the Dauntless, whomever the lead regent was always wore a fancy helmet, and one of them owned an ever-burning lamp, among other things. Now, lots of these artifacts are scattered, but I'm certain that before the war, every thief in the Bastard City had some private fantasy about a heist on Sentinel Stand Keep. That's Lantry. I have heard tell of artifacts that could open doors, melt flesh, or set whole camps ablaze with nothing more than a simple gesture. It's not beyond reason that an artifact could shield someone from the worst of these storms. Okay, just tell me where Matthias sent his force and I'll be on my way. Again, didn't register. He dispatched a large number of soldiers to Rust Canyons. He wouldn't have depleted Duskwatch of its defenders unless he believed in what he was doing. That's the best news I've heard in some time. There are plenty of Disfavoured operating in the area around Rust Canyons, and it's only a matter of time before they overwhelm our enemies. He nods to you. Report to Graven Ashe at Iron Hearth and tell him of the situation. He will need to know what is happening there. Here. Both sides make for Sentinel Stand, but one of our commanders is in the area already. He can hold the line while you speak with Ashe. Alright. Report back. Now let me see if I can get some experience out of doing this. I wouldn't think so, but might as well try it. Subterfuge. Well, maybe it did, maybe it didn't. I don't think it did. Do you have something to say, by the way? Thank you for your help. No problem, friend. Again, I'm curious. If I had chosen to side with the Scarlet Chorus, would I have this quest? I don't know, but I would imagine not. Quick save. Okay, so there are a couple of things I want to check, because I have one item done over here, and it should probably complete on the way there also. And I have 2 items complete over here in Vindrin's Well. I have also heard, and thank you again for the comments, that some of the more expensive trainers might actually be able to level up my skills further. So I think I might have to experiment with the more costly ones at some point to see if I can get some better stuff. And I also received a comment that since I unlocked the Sunset Spire, it might be worth speaking with Bled and Mark again. But I guess my question right now is, how do I even reach Bled and Mark? Oh, there, right, over there. Okay, so we're here. Let's go report to Graven Ashe. And I guess since I'm far away from the spires, maybe I won't go there just yet. I shall drink a little bit of coffee instead. Give me a second, please. Coffee, coffee. New missive as well. Cordampt. This is the sort of question that can get you killed. What was the question? So can you tell me more of how you observed of his rise to power? I'm inquiring about how other Archons receive their power. Very little is known about how Archons are born or come to power, and my long life has taught me that Kairos and the Archons prefer it this way. If the young and talented remain forever in the dark, the old and mighty can rule without challenge. True. I heard of Ashe, he will always be merely Ashe to me, before Kairos renamed him and gave his legion that backhanded title. As a rebel, a grimy, illiterate partisan who was winning battles while his countrymen on the north of the Northern Kingdom lost left and right. Ashe was always a good leader, but he wasn't born able to mystically reach out and protect his soldiers. The earliest mention of it isn't even until the tail end of the Northern Conquest. And if you read the journals, they don't tell stories of grievous harm warded off by Ashe's stern looks. Instead, they talk of his soldiers finding their fears and doubts lifted from them by Ashe's presence. A careful reading suggests the ability to actively protect physical harm came years later, as that bond grew and, more importantly, as his legend grew. So it seems like the more people revere him or are loyal to him, the more his power grows. And maybe also fear would be important. That legend part is the key detail. In my understanding, an Archon's power is something of a self-fulfilling prophecy. The widespread perception of an Archon's power is the very thing that strengthens an Archon's power. So in Ashe's case, he had some early inkling of a power, the ability to assuage the burdens of his men, and as he took on a mantle of power and became known all around Tyratus as the next Archon of War, it soon became the ability to bear the physical burdens of his men, not just their fears and doubts. Thus, my advice to you is to act like an Archon. Take power where you can find it. Foster fear. Foster love. Never walk through life anonymously, but rather live in the thoughts of your followers and the anxieties of your enemies. Meiotis. So you know what this makes me think? This makes me think I should go and speak with Sirin and the Beast Woman to level up their loyalty and fear. If for nothing else, then to maybe increase my power as an Archon. Ask about Kairos' Wrath. I just don't really feel like going through all the dialogue, to be completely honest. I might even just, I don't know, maybe I'll skip some of it, we'll see. Dear Meiotis, thank you for weighing in on all this. To ask perhaps too obvious a question, if I am such an anomaly, such a threat, why hasn't the Overlord dealt with me right away? An edict or just a simple request to blend the mark would be no small threat, neither seems to have happened just yet. What is your take on this? Why hasn't Kairos dealt with me? Sure, send. I am curious about it. Something also happened here. I guess our short duration thingy is complete. Alright.
Negative, Fatebinder. No can do. No can do. Negative, Fatebinder.
I don't actually remember if I had other stuff I wanted to purchase from the merchants here or not. Because I was very poor at the time. Are you the merchant? No. You are the merchant. So let's see. We have a couple of items here. Shields, heavy armor rack, which I can't really use. Earthshaker gloves, don't do anything special. Whetstone, okay. So not really a lot. Stuff to sell, however. I will have some things here. And they're actually kind of expensive, which is cool. I kind of want to keep this stuff, because if I can eventually lead or remove the armor from Barik, I want to use these things. Maybe. This can all go. What is Swift? I'll keep the rest for now. Okay, 59 bronze, not bad. I'll sell this. I can also sell this shield here, because we all have better shields. Yep. You're worth 30 copper. I'm actually gonna keep you. Just in case I eventually need an extra shield or something, or I want the dodge shield, because Barik's shield is focused on parry, not dodge. I prefer the convenience of having it at hand than having 30 copper, honestly. Okay, let's quick save. Fatebinder, it's good of you to report in. These days it is difficult enough to judge friend from foe. I am pleased to recognize you as the former of the two. Ashe favors you with a curt nod. Come on, man. I see you brought the voices of Narat spying whore to my doorstep. I think it's talking about verse. Lest you think me amused by your irresponsible conduct, know that I am not. She is a useful ally and either on my side. Nice. At least until we get tired of each other. Don't worry, old man, I'm not going to drive a blade into your spine. Not while you're wearing a breastplate as thick as the old walls anyway. Graven Ashe glares at Verse and returns his severe expression back to you. His mouth is set to a disapproving line, and he seems on the brink of saying more, but waves off the matter. After what transpired at Vendrian's Well, the Disfavoured must hold fast to our allies. You are here because of your support to the siege, but I don't mistake your confidence for devotion. The Scarlet Chorus would not have you. Again, I've been on their side this whole time, so I'll say this. I'm here to stop the Disfavoured and stop this civil war. No loyalty from him or favor with that. That's annoying. With Tunon's claim laid over you, I cannot grant you a seat of honor to this favored table, but in service to my legion, I warrant you can accomplish more than your humdrum legal proceedings in adjudicator's court. He grimaces at the thought, banishing it with a wave. What is it you require? Can the connection between you and your soldiers be severed? I'm guessing wrath. Bariclick turns to first you, but says nothing. Only in death, one bushy eyebrow rises. Why do you ask? We learn that your protection keeps Barik trapped in his armor. It is in your power to grant him his freedom. God damn it! Fatebinder! The Archon grimaces. Barik is a son to me, and he swore me his oath years ago. Our bond is forged in iron and blood. I consider this matter closed, Fatebinder. Speak no more of it. I'll see how my reputation was switched, to see if I win a quick load. My search for Amelie takes me to Rust Canyons. I am pleased to hear of your progress. Rust Canyon was once a verdant path for travelers and one of the many choke points on the way to Sentinel's Stand. Now it's merely a garbage heap infested by rebellion. I confirm that Amelia's unit was taken by Stradius Herodin's troops. Damn that corrupt inbred of a regent. If his death were not required to end the Edict of Storms, I would take pleasure in breaking him on the rack myself. I was devastated when Amelia's cohort vanished. A father's dread is not so different from a general's, and in my case I am twice cursed to suffer the pain of her absence. I still feel her presence, it's grown stronger even, so I know that she lives, but I fear for her safety all the same. The Unbroken are seeking artifacts. That does make sense. With no means to kill Stradius Herodin from outside of Sentinel's Stand, the only chance of breaching the wind wall would be through an artifact's power. The trouble is, the number of artifacts scattered about the realm is anyone's guess, and I couldn't tell you which of them could get a job done. If these rebels are committed to the task, it's possible they know something more. I believe it was the custom of each of the regions to travel with some artifact in their possession. With all but one of their polluted bloodline killed during the conquest, the Unbroken are likely seeking a corpse among thousands. A fool's errand, but not an ignoble one. The Unbroken leader is named Matthias. Matthias. I have not come across his name, but yours is the most recent intelligence we've dredged from the region, so I can well believe that it's true. Whatever he calls himself, this upstart should be killed as an example for this would-be army. Should you come across him, I expect his head to topple from his shoulders in good order. Okay, now unlocked. I received word that my Disfavoured have cleared the path to Rust Canyons that should prevent any rebels from entering or leaving the area. You should make contact with Theodore, the lieutenant in charge of the attack. He will guide you from there. Okay. Fairly well. That part is completed. Let me just look at my reputation here. I am not liking this. But at least it's not even, it hasn't even reached 4 So I guess it's okay. I mean, supposedly... Well, favor and wrath might not be the same thing as loyalty and fear, right? Because I was gonna say that... that maybe having him with favor and wrath would also increase my power as an Archon. But yeah, I need to talk to these two. Which annoys me, but... yeah, we'll see. For now, let's just continue on our quest here. I don't feel like going back to the spires just yet. Quick save. Drink some more coffee. And... ah, there. Rust Canyons. Okay, so I'm going to...
By now, I'm sure the finest gear has already been picked out of the rocks.
I was gonna say, I'm going to assume the initial section is gonna be friendly because the Disfavored are holding the line here. Although, are there hidden items here? I really dislike this mechanic of having an increased chance to spot items while stealthed. Wedged into these rocks are the iron trappings of soldiers killed by Kairos' edict. Magical winds sheared away all flesh, leaving behind only rusting armor and weaponry.
Fatebinder.
Okay, there we go. Wait, who are you? Unbroken. I thought that Disfavored were holding this. Resolute Blade. An unbroken soldier struggles to rise to his feet. One arrow lodged in his shoulder, the other in his thigh. He attempts to stand, but his muscles are too weak for the task. Are you alright, soldier? He turns to you in bafflement, squinting across the dust-strewn expanse, recognition barely evident in his gaze. You ironclads don't usually ask questions before you start shoving spears in our guts. He hacks up a wad of bloody phlegm. Surprised you can even string words together. Before he can continue, you both catch a sound of iron boots trudging closer. Oh, goodbye, my friend. Stab. Theodore. A disfavored soldier calmly approaches from the west. He regards the vulnerable southerner with a curled lip and a disapproving shake of his head. I am going to try to keep him alive to get some information out of him, please. Weak and broken. Prisoners make for poor sport. Your escape was spirited, but damned foolish. He raises his sword and points it at the unbroken man's heart, poised to let it plunge and impale him to the field-strewn ground. Is this really necessary? Oh my God. Can we stop gaining fear with Barik? His sword wavers as he notices you. Ah, Fatebinder, I hope you've come to tidy up the mess these vermin caused for us. But to answer your question, Ashe has deemed it so yes, it is. In one swift motion, he plunges his sword into the man's heart, pinning the fallen soldier to the rusted hearth. Dude, come on, man, what about asking questions first? The disfavored soldier turns to the unbroken camp, frustration evident in his tone. Then his gaze shifts over to you and back to the walls. I have reinforcements now, Elia? If you open the gates, I can still make this easy on you. He passes you a knowing glance that suggests he's lying and proud of it. What were they doing? They were assaulting a fortress or an encampment. You see a woman stride purposefully into view atop a platform along the wall's edge. She lifts a spear and hurls it at Theodore, cursing under her breath when it breaks against the rocks. I am so fucking tired of listening to you. Go shriek at someone else's fortress for a change and stop trying to impress me by hunting down unarmed prisoners. Maybe the ladies of the north get shivery over your bravado, but all it tells me is that your codpiece is emptier than your skull. She takes note of you with a raised brow. I don't believe you've been introduced. No shit. One ironclad or two, it makes no difference. These walls can stand against Kairos' fury and your pig countryman's saber rattling. Make no mistake, Elia, you would be better served as my camp slave than as my enemy. Such a waste of good potential. He tips his head to the west. Fatebinder, let's consult when you have a moment. Okay. I'm guessing a frontal assault is not going to be the best option or strategy. Disfavoured are supposed to be smart in terms of strategy,
No
but
reason to tarry.
I'm starting to have questions about it. Ooh. Exquisite Great Bow and Superior Iron Greaves. Yup. I can just sell these.
Let's be off.
Scavenger camp. Okay. A lot of people died on the edict. A ragged stalwart flag sways gently in the wind, marking the site where its original owner died during the casting of the Edict of Storms. Merchant's bracers. Do I care? No. Unwen. Prisoners.
See that pen over there? The prisoners within are dressed in unbroken colors.
Okay, there's clearly some diplomatic option here, I think. Quick save. The lieutenant holds up his sword and squints through the obscurity of the high winds. Who goes there? Oh, it's you, Fatebinder. I wish you didn't have to witness that crude exchange before. Eli and their lot have caused me no lack of trouble. His manner softens. You are most welcome here. Even if your loyalties fall with the court more than the Legion, we need all the help we can get. Ashe sent word to expect you. If he dispatched an outsider to help us in the field, that says something about his urgency to see this Unbroken conquered for good. I think we can both appreciate that his interest in seeing this matter resolved is of a personal nature. He catches himself. I apologize for that outsider remark. Some of us aren't accustomed to working with anyone but the Legion proper. Let's focus on the task at hand. He nods. Aye. I'll be happy to leave this place in my tracks. Something about the wind seems to carry all of the worst of the stink and refuse to this corner of Stalwart. Ashe says the Unbroken are scavenging the Blade Grave for an old Stalwart heirloom. I can think of nothing else that would help us breach Sentinel's stand short of the Regent's timely death. They're not making it easy by holding themselves up behind walls. If the conquest is any evidence, Stalwart folk are less inclined toward facing their enemies in open battle. The Tiedemann are like rats, squeezing themselves behind the narrowest walls to avoid the inevitable. That's being smart, dude. No matter what they find here, the Unbroken are trapped. North of camp, we have soldiers led by my subordinate, Chacomas. To the south, reinforcements march as we speak. He taps his chin in thought. Still, I would appreciate any help you can offer. The sooner we can claim that Unbroken artifact, the sooner we reach Sentinel's stand. Okay, so... what do you know about artifacts in general? Aside from wishing I had a few to my name, he shakes his head in bewilderment. They're weapons and items powerful enough to change the tide of any battle. I couldn't speak to their nature or how they're responsible for such storied deeds, but I have no reason to doubt what they can do. The word coming down the line is that an artifact can breach Sentinel's stand. You'll hear no complaints from me. That fortress has stood unchallenged for too long. With your help, I have little doubt it will wear Disfavoured banners before long. Any word from Sentinel's stand? There seems to be more of a scout presence outside the wind wall. Unbroken, Disfavoured, everyone is on edge, waiting for something to happen. We'll have to hold our breath a little longer before we can uncork the old keep. Once we track down the Stalwart artifact, it will be a mad scramble as everyone races to claim Sentinel stand first. So, here's what I'm still not really sure of. The Unbroken was the proud and accomplished army of the realm of Stalwart. Citing their victories as evidence of skill, they pride themselves on never facing defeat while fighting on home soil. After the Edict of Storms tore apart Stalwart and twisted into the Blade Grave, barely a 20th of the Unbroken's former strength survived to continue the war. So, it kind of sounded like the Unbroken were on the side of the Regent, but at the same time, it seems like they want to kill him also. So, I'm a little bit confused as to what this should be. Once we track down the Stalwart artifact, it'll be... okay, I read this before. But any new information? Not as such. We have every reason to assume that Stray the Ceridon hasn't committed suicide yet, and we're hopeful that Ashe's daughter is in fair condition. I only hope that her father's protection is keeping her spirits high. Tell me about the Unbroken presence here. They have built a fortified camp due east of here, and another group holds a choke point to the southeast. He huffs. Though calling it a camp gives the Unbroken too much credit. It's a scavenger's warren. Garbage fortifications that our enemies have managed to defend through dumb luck. No longer. Today, it falls. This hardly looks like a territory worth taking or defending. Well, the search for artifacts certainly changed how we view this garbage pit. In truth, Rust Canyons presents us with some strategic advances. Our location brushes shoulders with Iron Hearth and Duskwatch Fort. If we could claim this spot for the Disfavoured, that would be as good as controlling the whole region. Kind of. Sentinel Stand is still the real prize of the Blade Grave. Okay, I'm ready to hear how I can contribute. My men are eager for battle, and we wouldn't mind taking the Unbroken camp in advance of our reinforcements. He glanced to his countrymen with a smile. That'll show the old 15 cohort, eh boys? You may want to clear out a group of Unbroken by the bridge to the southeast. They guard another entrance to the camp. Some of our men are being held captive there too, and we need the extra numbers on our side to hold these canyons. Now, strictly speaking, my orders are to wait for reinforcements, so I can't directly assist you. Of course. But once we secure the camp, you get the first pick of the spoils and a chance to interrogate their leader, Elijah. Deal? Very well, I'll help you. Glad to hear it. I will go after the Unbroken station at the Eastern Bridge first. Alright. So, first of all... I cannot speak with the prisoners, but I can speak with her. We want to take control of the Unbroken camp. I will just drink a little bit of coffee. Need some cast off iron, maybe a few teeth for a necklace for your special someone. It's a merchant. The merchant drops one of her many satchels to the ground and pulls from it numerous tools and trinkets. The scavengers do the gathering and then I take it from them. Profitable work if you can manage it. Okay. Lore. Pillaged iron, scavenged bones, there are laws governing mercantile wares and you're conveniently ignoring them. Something flashes in her eye and her voice lowers. If the Disfavored are so well off that they can ignore my wares, they're free to do so. As it is, Kairos' army needs all the help they can get, and a friend of means is a friend indeed. If some misplaced morals stand in your way, feel free to buy elsewhere. I'll need a donation. I'll just leave her be. Very well, show me what you have. That's a spirit, come take a look. Heartfinder. Is this a unique item? It seems unique. It is accurate, but not worth taking, I don't think. Don't care about it. Leather buckler. Damaged leather shield. Blood chanter's leathers. I will take all of these. I also had a comment mentioning about buying all the potions they could find because they're kind of scarce, and I do agree with that. It's not that frequently that you pick up a lot of healing potions, so I think it's going to be worth taking the ones I can actually grab. So I'll take those and the whetstone here, because that does help me quite a bit. So we'll buy these.
Negative, Fatebinder.
Okay, let's see now. That's the banner, right? Let me just quick save. I want to explore a little bit. Oh,
interesting.
We can climb up here. Iron ingot. Nice.
I'll be your shadow.
Negative,
We
Fatebinder.
cannot go through though. All right. I see others have tried to take this place with painful results. I will simply see what happens if I move across the front gate. I don't actually want to fight here. They don't seem to care too much. But if I try to loot, Elias speaks. The Unbroken captain looks down from the elevated platform, resting a heavy boot on top of an axe head buried in the wooden slats. She grips its handle as you approach. What do we have here? Her expression twists with sudden recognition. Aren't you the one who fucked over Agathon at Duskwatch? We have nothing to say to each other. Either you're Graven Ashe's favorite comfort soldier, or you just like to see honest folk die. Either way, you're a pile of beast shit to me. No matter what happens here, the Unbroken will take back Sentinel Stand and banish all you northern piss-throughs from the tiers. I'd rather die than see Stalwart under Kairos' sigil. You can't imagine what I'd do to avoid it. I'm here looking for artifacts. Found anything? Yeah, your mother's pizzle cane. Don't know what this is. Elias slaps her knee and peers down at you with a grin. You're on the wrong side of this war to be asking me anything. Okay. Do you truly believe you can win? I may die today, and Stalwart may remain a wasteland for another generation, but our people will remember. That memory will awaken a thirst only quenched by your overlord's blood. That hope is enough to keep me standing in defiance. Can I win? Probably not. Can Stalwart? Absolutely. Man, I respect that. I don't imagine a lot of people being able to think this way, but if you tell me how to breach Sentinel Stand, I might show the Unbroken mercy. Wrath. You'll pardon the out of me if I go ahead and ignore your northern rhetoric. Your type sees us as nothing but future slaves made only to serve the Empire needs. This one's got a smart mouth. I like her. Think she'd be interested in joining us? I don't suppose it's too late to offer you a spot in our party. If Barik gains fear... No, just loyalty. She looks at you with total bewilderment. Are you effing kidding me? I'd rather gargle beast milk. Well, a girl can't get anything she wants. And what's important is you tried your best. I already know that the Disfavoured are looking for artifacts of Stalwart. I also know that they are searching blind. I'll take my knowledge to the grave if it keeps you out of Sentinel Stand. You can count on that. Elia whistles to her men, a warning signal of impending attack. She stares at you, silent and ready. You have made your choice. I will return. Don't leave me to wander, you simpering three-ring upright. Elia makes a vulgar hand motion and turns away. I wonder if there was a diplomatic option and I blew it because of the conversation. We'll see. They don't seem to care that I'm looting the place. Ah, any hidden
I'll
stuff?
be your shadow.
No. So we have to fear at least this guy, her, and him. Anybody with two-handed weapons demands respect in this game. I think people with one-handed weapons or especially dual-wielding versus heavy armor characters, it doesn't do much. Coffee. Coffee is over. Okay, so we have this lady over here. Shh. We have a natural choke point here. So before I engage in conversation, we're gonna buff up because I expect the worst. I am also thinking if I should swap my Icicle Storm again for something different. I just don't know exactly what it would be. What does this do again? This is the arc. It is the arc. Fatigue and dazed. Oh, you don't have an arc option. We have the stone spike, but it is kind of short. Not short. Tight AoE. It's channeled strength. Okay, yeah, right. Yeah, it doesn't have it. This is just the pushback. This is buff. This is a short area, right? I think. Yeah, 4 meters is very short. This one has more. Yeah, 6 meters. And you were the one that buffed lightning damage, right? Yeah. I'm not really focusing on shock, so I won't bother too much with this. I have been thinking about removing my jolts and swapping them for more fireballs, because I do think that Mage Fire and Freeze is probably more useful than stunning, but like, again, stunning is also very good. I wish I could do this. Actually, wait, what? 11.8 seconds, 9.4. Ah, it's still too much. Okay, one day. We'll leave it as is then. What about you? Can I increase? No. I can only increase how far it goes, not how wide it is. Sad. Okay, whatever. Let's continue. So, buff. And I will buff with the shield on Bardic.
I got it.
I'll turn off fast mode. I'm still getting used to to my buffs here, so give me a second. I want you to buff guidance on her. That's it. Yeah, right. No, guidance on me. Correct. On me.
I'll take care of it.
Okay. And now we want mirror image on everybody. And then I will replace mirror image with the stone thingy. Okay, so stone thingy. Let's put spectral blur. And I do believe that's all I need. Alright. Anything else? I can use Surge of Glory during battle because this is a very short duration buff. Yeah, we'll go like this. So everybody stealth up. I'm going to go for a quick save just because. Get out of stealth. Everybody move up a little bit. And you go talk to him.
They won't see me coming.
Stay back, stranger. No outside is allowed beyond this point. Not really in the mood to talk right now. I'm guessing if I step on the bridge, they're gonna attack me, so I'm gonna do that. No, really? They don't care? Ah. Furl your sails, stranger. This bridge marks the beginning of unbroken territory. He scrapes his blade on the planks in front of him, drawing a line. Kairos' forces already tried to best us, they got this far. I know you for what you are, Northerner. I never met a woman or a man from Kairos' domain who didn't try to invite my countrymen into the fold. I'll give you this chance to leave. Otherwise, I am prepared to give my life to defending this bridge, meager though as it may be. What do you want with us? How long have you been fighting Kairos' forces? He pauses to count on his fingers. Long enough to have sons twice at least. After the storm, I thought Kairos would be satisfied with our pain, but the Overlord still finds reasons to kick us. We know these canyons like the backs of our shields, and we're not going to allow a bunch of pig-headed, iron-clad jackanapes to chase us away. He huffs with pride. It takes a special sort to outlast a siege or a long campaign. Stalwart-born folk like myself have it by the wagon load. What's past this bridge? The sentry scratches his chin and sizes you up. Nothing the likes of you would be interested in. If you are about to ask, well, why are you defending it? Then don't bother. We've got provisions, equipment, and unbroken soldiers. Reason enough. The unbroken rarely buckle or give quarter. We should not underestimate the ferocity of these scavengers. I mean, I have to go through, so... Most die for their family, others die for the bridge. Another fool come to test us, he shouts to his men. Once we catch a Northerner, we'll stake him up at the wind wall. Let's see how you fare. We were unstealthed because of the dialogue, but we can stealth back up. I can even stealth you, I would imagine. Yeah, I can, but I don't want to. So I want you to hold the line here. They will come to us. None of them is two-handing a weapon. Maybe this guy. She has 0 physical armor. What the hell? This one has 16 crush and 16 pierce. Same thing here. And no armor there. They'll all die to magic anyway, so it's fine. Yeah, just stay over there.
I am a.
Are you backing up? I think he's backing up. Okay, I'll just have Verse focus here and then my casters will focus on that group. So, fire there. Lantry, buff us up. I will just move up here. And you will just stay where you are.
Shields all unto myself.
I'll let them come to me. Okay, so Verse. Go stab him. We're just waiting here.
You got it.
Okay, here they come. We're buffed. I don't think they can get through me. But if I can pull this guy over to Barik, it's gonna help clumping them up. So I'm gonna use my combo here. It will also remove parry and dodge from this guy so we can just kill him a lot quicker. So I want a combo followed by a breaking the wall here. And Lantry will start doing stuff. So move up. Okay, taunted. I didn't notice if he got taunted or not. But she's targeting him anyway, so we're fine. I would love for this lady to just move up. Can I hit you?
Consider it done.
In the meanwhile, I can try to... I still want to wait for them to come in. I can go for this.
Can't do that.
Yeah. Let's do this. While we wait. I wonder if she's just ranged. She might be just ranged. Ah, no, there she comes. We can stab with Lantry, awesome. Can I even grab that guy with Icicle Storm? I don't think so. She is doing some very good damage, Verse over there. Nice. I do believe you missed your attack. Not unexpected. Let's make you back up. And I'm gonna start killing people. So I think I could even maybe go for something like... If I'm here, I can toss it like that. Is what I'm thinking about. So skewer him now. Let's toss Lightning Bolt, stun them all. Let's go for... Oh yeah, buddy. So Cloud, followed by a giant boulder, and then we'll see. You can smack this guy. Yeah, this fight's over. I'm gonna turn off slow mode.
Graven Ashe
We do not need it, I don't think. Okay, stunned. Let's heal Barik. Just level up our skills. There goes the Cloud. Wait. I forgot to swap her weapon sets. And their aura is gone again. Why is the aura gone? Or the stance, I should say. I don't get it. Is it because I swapped weapons? I don't know. Oh well. Boulder! Sheesh. Okay, dead. Let's go for a Rhyme Spike over there. This is a very easy fight. Very easy fight. Fireball. Go there. That's basically it. Dead. Shoot. Rhyme Spike. Actually, Rhyme Spike that guy. Rust Bomb. What is that? I do not know what that be.
On it. Pay attention, kids. They might learn.
Wait. Oh, I guess it was Verse that did that fire thingy? Blam. Or is it because I crit with my rhyme spike? That would be kind of funny, but I don't think that's the case. Yeah, but yeah. I am tossing out stuff with my spells, I think. That's really weird. But I'll take it.
Can't do that.
Blinded. They blind. What does that do? Minus 30 accuracy. Okay. So, a very easy fight here.
I'll be your shadow.
I'd have it no other
It's
way.
okay. Again, I'm very surprised this wasn't trapped. I don't even know. Like, it feels like they added the trap mechanic into the game, but I've seen it, like, what, in one level? At most? Water. I'm guessing this might be an entrance into the camp. I don't want to go there yet, I'm just exploring. So, quick save. Item, okay. Come on, trap. It would make so much sense. Nobleman's hat, we don't care about
No
that.
can do.
Come on, man, give me good items, please. Side entrance, not as heavily guarded. Prisoner camp over here. Yeah, nobody guarding this.
See what
Oh,
I see?
I do see what you see. Really? That's it? A battered helm. Oh, no, wait. This helmet has been destroyed by the constant batter of dust and sand, but under the grime and dents you can see it for its exceedingly high quality. A master blacksmith at the Spire Forge upgrade may have more information about this item. Oh. Okay.
There, in the pit. Probably prisoners.
I would say so. By the General's mercy, help us! The smell of men soaking in their own waste rises up from this spear-lined pit used to keep prisoners. You there! A voice cries out from within the pit. Dead soldiers skewered on spears littered the pit while a few survivors clamored for air. The unbroken dogs left us here to bleed and rot. Help us, please. Cornered, frightened, no matter where Graven Ashe is right now, I'm certain he can sense the terror these soldiers are experiencing. We have information, valuable information known only to the Disfavoured. Give us our freedom and we'll tell you all we know. Dude, I don't even need... I would always help you. Rot in your prison? Improvise a lever. One of these spears looks loose. Uproot it and I'll use it to pull you out. The soldiers fall to their knees when they are finally out of the pit and sigh with relief. I thought we'd never see the outside of that pit. Here, take this key. We acquired it from a scavenger and there's some stash north of here. When we tortured him, he said something about a pile of rocks near a banner. I think I know the banner they're talking about. The healthiest of the prisoners help the weaker men on their feet, and the group begins its march back to camp. Okay.
I'll be your shadow.
So I'm guessing the other guys would be happy about this. And I'm curious if what they mean by the north area. Woo, they went inside. If it's this thing over here. But there was nothing here that was locked. So yeah, that's not the case. Okay. Maybe that.
Negative, Fatebinder.
Okay. The bridge is ours. If you're feeling bold, try and tackle the fort itself. Those motley scavengers are as unprotected as we're apt to find them. Dude, you could at least try and help, man. I know they have the excuse of, oh, we're waiting for reinforcements, we can't go in, but come on. Come on, man. Okay, so we can still go in through the main gate, it seems. Which would be... it's not really a choke point, it's way too wide. I prefer to explore the other way. Seems more... stealthy. I'm gonna quick save. I'm not planning on doing another fight in this episode. I just want to see what happens once we do this. Gate, attack. These gates have been well reinforced with scavenged metal and will likely withstand many blows. But with athletics, we can damage the gates and attempt to break through them. Attacking the gates will be viewed as a hostile action by the Unbroken. Well.
Better, faster, and stronger.
Okay. Something to do in the next episode when we start. Or before I start, I should say.
Time to lighten my step.
So what can we see here? Okay. Okay. So it seems like 4 people here, 5 people there, and then 2 people over there. Probably some more over here. Okay. Well, my friends, something to look forward to in the next episode. I think I will not be using any kind of choke point here, although I could try and pull them back into this area to not have them as spread. I might do that. But honestly, in this game, since we have access to iron tolling, this is like a choke point on a button. This is very good. This is probably my favorite skill to have when starting encounters in this game. Okay, so yeah. In the next episode, we are going to take over the Rust Canyon's unfavored camp. I don't expect it to be too hard based on what we saw on the bridge. Maybe the guys in here are more difficult. We'll see. We'll start by leveling up Verse as well before we begin the episode, and then take it from there. As always, my friends, I want to thank you all for being here with me on the channel watching some Tyranny. I hope you guys are enjoying it. Questions, suggestions, anything at all, leave a comment below. If you are enjoying the content, consider subscribing for more. Many more episodes coming out soon, and it's also a free and easy way to support the channel. I hope to see you all in the next one, and until then, stay safe everyone.